Alright, well, this is the game of track mode, and you get two choices. The bottom one's just kind of an all-boss battles thing, and this is more of a beat-em-up. So you see, you get to pick a wrestler, an Elvis impersonator, and a very young and experimenting Guile, I believe, and so I went with the Elvis impersonator. And regardless of what that story down there tells you, we're going to pretend the premise of the game is these three guys decide to walk across America beating up people on a rampage for no apparent reason. Because that's pretty much what this game is, walking across America, just beating up random people. And it's only about some showdown with the Bulls and their leader, who's this guy you're about to see, who has sewn a pig's face onto his own. And as you can see, we're just beating up random people in front of the hotel there. Oh boy, walk and roll, everybody. It's one of the most annoying specials I've ever seen in a beat 'em up. Walk and roll. And now look, the bellhops just get involved for no reason, so we're going to take it upon ourselves to beat them up too. Everybody in this game is a potential enemy. Also, I skip around a lot in this review because some of these battles are long and the bosses are kind of cheap. And a lot of the enemies are cheap too. That's one problem with this game is, you know, the enemies are really cheap. And they do like just crazy stuff. There's no way to even approach them a lot of the times without even getting hurt. This part now is in like the second level or so. And I'm fighting what appears to be a queen in drag. Yeah, you can see his picture there. Some kind of clown or drag queen or something, I don't know. The really funny thing here is when you fight bosses or whatnot, when I can beat you, it shows a funny close-up picture on the screen. This boss battle was really annoying because you had to fight this guy. He's pretty easy, but there's so much health you take off of him. He jumps to the back of the screen and summons some bad guys to fight for him. So that's just being lazy on the developer's part, no doubt. I switched over to the young and experimental Guile. He wasn't really sure what he wanted to do at this point. And see, now I beat up some tourists earlier, and now scuba divers have started attacking me. This game's quite weird, I will say. And you haven't seen nothing yet. I know this wasn't the first beat 'em up that had controversial characters. There's others. I remember some game they had a big fuss over for the reaction, and it was censored. And of course, there's DJ Boy. Who could forget that? Maybe I'll review that one day. Yo, DJ Boy, what you think you're doing? Oh, it appears my ship is coming in. And so now I'm going to get on this boat and beat up some... Okay, I skipped that apparently. This... I'm not kidding now. I didn't doctor this. I actually fight a gorilla. It's one of the more annoying bosses, so I'm going to skip. I'm playing as a wrestler guy here. Now I'm playing as this guy. You can see I went through all three characters trying to beat this stupid gorilla. Alright, now this character here is actually, this is a good concept, is one of the bosses, this ninja. Once you beat him, he actually joins your team of selectable characters, so you can play him. In my opinion, he's the best character in the game, because he's got this completely undodgeable tornado special you can use. And they even give you the chance to change characters now that you got a new one, which was a good idea. Well, that was manly. Alright, his journey takes him to Battle Kingdom, headquarters of the Bull Group. It's rumored that one of them wants out of the organization. He was once lured by temptations. They are nothing but a game of criminals. Evil is sin. That's the best I could make out of that. Okay, so I skipped a little bit ahead. This proves my theory about walking across America and beating up people. Look at this. We've wandered into some poor high school team's homecoming, and we're just beating up the football team. That happens a lot, right? You're playing football, and a ninja and his friends walk up and just start fighting with the players. So this is actually another one of those characters that if you beat him, he joins your team. Now watch this. They conveniently walk to the middle of the stage to show off here. Bam, trapdoor. Isn't that convenient how he just happened to walk there? And now you're going to fight this guy who's really annoying. I'm pretty sure I skipped through at least part of this. It's another one of those cheap boss enemies. Pretty much this game is a beat 'em up by just the way you move, but I'd say it's really nothing more than a series of boss battles. I mean, there's a few encounters with other enemies, but it's mainly boss battles. This guy's really annoying to fight. Like, he always finds a way to counter you. Like, as you beat bosses in this game, the lower their health gets, they start throwing out some more attacks, and a lot of them are just crazy. But then again, this game's pretty weird in itself. Like I said, pretty much walking from one coast to the other, just beating up random people and weirdos on the street. I mean, you probably can't see it from their view because there's just not enough you can put about Knuckle Bash in 10 minutes. Oh boy, I get to select my character again. I'm going to stick with a ninja, although I do show you footage as a football player later. Alright, so now you fight what appears to be the Green Goblin's mother in Japan. Somehow you're in Japan now, which has been completely set ablaze. This is another annoying boss fight that takes longer than it really should. They're just trying to extend the game, I think, by making some of the fights a lot cheaper than they had to be. I mean, a beat 'em up, even a hard beat 'em up, you know, because of the whole continue factor. Just by punching around, you should be able to damage the boss enough that you can get through any boss on at least like 3/4 or so. But it'll take you up to like 7 continues to beat some of these guys. I don't know, maybe I'm just bad at beat 'em up. I'm not too good at this one. I play a little Violent Storm. I could probably do a thing or two on it, but this one I'm not any good at Knuckle Bash. And he hopes I will succeed. He knew I would defeat him all along. Okay, now finally you get to fight the guy with the pig face sewn on his face. And for a last boss, he's really not that hard. I know the gorilla, for one thing, and the Arabian guy who sticks his tongue out, he was a lot harder than this guy. I think I switched to the football player here in a minute and finish him out with it. Okay, yeah, I skipped to the football player and finished him out, but sorry, I didn't get the footage of that. This is the ending, and I just had to show you the ending for this game because there is just one hilarious, I don't know if it's a mistranslation or just laziness or what. I'm guessing mistranslation, but let's listen to the ending. We succeeded in destroying the Bull Group. The world is free of their evil ways. The story of our young heroes has become legendary. Children can again look up to and dream of becoming wrestling heroes themselves. Alright, now watch this. This is how the tale of 5 wrestlers who traveled from mouth to mouth. What a knuckle bash it was. Okay, time for Terensu's tips, and I realize these tips are awful, but that's all I can do for this game. Overall, the gameplay is quite mediocre. It's somewhat boring. I'm not the biggest beat-em-up fan, but this one failed to hold my interest. It's worth a run-through, probably just because it's so weird, but yeah. It might be worth playing just to see how crazy it is or something like that, but I wouldn't worry too much about this one. I mean, it's definitely got the weird factor. Beat-em-up fans definitely would like trying it, but I don't know, I just wasn't a big fan of the Knuckle Bash. Too many Englishy mistakes and weird and hard bosses for my taste. I don't know. I'll probably get flamed. See you later.